Hello and welcome to the Perpetual Tourist. I'm Wesley Green.
And I'm Scott B. Smith.
Very good. I have a bit of a cold, so I hope my voice comes through okay. I'm taking an aspirin or ibuprofen right now. I'm not just doing that for the show. All right, today's episode of the Perpetual Tourist. It's not really tourist. I've been calling these practical traveler episodes just to separate it. I don't really have a different opening for them yet, but the point is that we will be planning today, not actually touring. So if you tuned in hoping we would be in Da Nang at this point, nobody tuned in at the moment, but if you clicked on this video thinking we'd be in Da Nang, then I apologize. It doesn't really say a planning, but it says conquering costs. This is our planning episode. Scott, do you do much vacation planning?
No, I do not. I don't do much vacation.
No, okay. Well, that's all right. I thought one episode of this would be enough. We already had one that we did 2 weeks ago. Our vacation is in 2 weeks, so probably good to go get the rest of it done. I just did the whole thing, and I had intended to do every bit of vacation planning in a 2-hour episode. And at the end of it, I guess I could have kept going, but I just got to the end of 2 hours, which I'd like to keep it under 2 hours today. We've still got one more week. We could do another if we can't get through. But I had only booked transportation at the end of that time. So it took 2 hours to do that. But it was because I was talking about it, as I did it, and I'm going through all the options. And I ended up, just to catch you up, I ended up picking the train. I like trains anyway, so it's not too much of a shock.
Right.
But I ended up picking the train because mainly the times. In order to do a reasonably priced flight, I either had to leave the apartment to go to the airport at 3:00 in the morning, which I didn't want to do, or I had to get to Da Nang very late at night. Not because there's not plenty of flights throughout the day, but they were just the midday flights that are good times are all outrageously priced. And, the early and late flights are cheaper, but I don't want to get there and lose the whole first day. I expect to get in the afternoon or something and lose part of the day because it's a travel day. But I would be getting into the hotel at like 10:00 at night.
Yeah.
So basically, the whole day is wasted, or so early that I can't even check into the hotel when I get there. And then I looked at train times, and they were just perfect. Do you want me to look at those times? I ended up booking it on my phone. I didn't do it on the stream. Erica wants to join, but she says, "Can you send the link again?" Did I not send it? Oh, I think I only sent it through. That's why you sent a message too. I only sent it through email. Oops. Well, I think. Oh, you sent it. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're bad. All right. Well, hopefully she'll be in here in a minute. So anyway, I'm going to go over those times. Actually, what I'm going to do is bring it up. It'll be the perfect. Are we okay on? Oh no, I need to do the sharing. Is it present? Share screen? Sounds right. First, I have to share something we're looking at here.
All
where's
right.
the map? This is Hoi An. So I'm going to show Erica my this browser that I use. It's great for keeping a gazillion tabs open at one time.
What is it?
Right, so Opera.
Oh, I've heard of opera. Okay. Both the music genre and the.
What is this? Form. I don't think I know what I'm doing. Travel budget. I had started a travel budget window. By the way, let me know if we get disconnected because I'm in another category. Another. I don't know. I'd have to do the explanation of how Opera handles things. I'm in another part, not just another tab.
Oh,
And let us know. Let me know if we get disconnected. That was a joke. Just in case you think I'm real dumb. All right, here's what we're going to do. Now I'm going through every tab, so I was afraid. Share this tab instead. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, now we're looking at... Oh, maybe I should go back and make sure it looks like I want it to. Oh, I just froze it. I did too much tab opening.
Too much tab.
Tabs aplenty. What did Erica say? Oh, nothing. Oh no, I'm totally frozen. Are you still hearing me?
I can still hear you, yes.
Okay. Well, that's not a great thing for opera. So not good advertisement.
Oh, opera.
It is very good though. It is a good thing. If I sometimes I do too much too fast and it can shut down. So it's not giving me any options. Okay, I'm gonna have to close it. I'm gonna disconnect for like 2 seconds and be right back.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think it has happened yet.
Nope.
It won't close either.
Well,
this is a problem. Oh, always plenty of technical problems. Well, come on. You got to do something. No, I don't want to leave the side. I want to be right here. There's Erica. Hello. Oh, can nobody hear me now? What happened?
no, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Is Erica on there? She's muted.
I mean,
Erica,
I see her
you
picture.
Yeah, her picture popped up, but I don't know if she muted herself or if the computer muted her. All right. Well, it looks like things all got back to normal somehow. Erica, let us know when you joined us by saying a word or something. Okay, here we go. This is the Rome to Rio site. I'm now sharing it. Can you see? Is that what you can see? I'll have to go back and look.
Yes. Can you enlarge it though?
I can do that by changing the layout, but
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the best we got, then just go with that.
I don't know if I can change the layout
That's
in
fine.
live. Let's find out.
Okay, I am here now. Uh-oh, hello.
Welcome.
Hello, hi. Sorry, yes,
Okay,
I
good.
heard you.
Okay, it is working.
Now I'm trying to figure out how to. Oh, that's kind of weird.
I mean, if it's a big distraction, you don't have to, you know.
I mean, okay, so let me ask you what you think would be best. Should I make it full screen sized, or because I made it the size it is because I thought that was the best way to present it. But if it's not,
I mean, I guess I could always make my screen full. Oh, there we go. Now my old eyes can see it.
Well, we're exactly the demographic we need to be targeting. I don't know how many young people are going to be watching us anyway. All right, I think that's good. Do you like that better? It's not quite full screen, but
Scott, maybe something will change in a second, but it looks the same.
Oh, sorry, I didn't click save.
Ah, yes. As with many
okay,
things in life, those extra inches make all the difference.
Well, amen to that. All right. So now let's go back and I'll show you train. I'll show you train. Now, when am I going? I'm getting down there, leaving late at night. And say to you that option is not on here. I'm going Vietnam Railways. So what the site I'm showing you right now is Rome to Rio. I love to use it for. It's like, you know how you guys I guess don't do this. But you use Google Transit when you're in a city and you're trying to get around the city, and that's fine. It works really well for that. Although Rome to Rio does that too.
I'll let you decide what happens.
But once you get outside the city,
Is that not double the food?
Oh wait, hold on a second, y'all. There's an ordeal. Oh my God! Wait, hold that. I didn't pay for that, did I?
Ordeal / positive. One of them
Wait.
on the receipt was sorry for the delay. So this has happened to me before with DoorDash.
Hold that, yeah.
They've given you
Okay, hold on 1 second. Oh my gosh. Well, it might be really good, but it could be really bad. Hold on.
I'm going to mute you. Just unmute. Okay, there you go. She muted herself. Yeah, if ever you guys have something in the background you need to do, you can just click mute. Okay. Oh, Scott's done that already. He's got background stuff now. All right, let's go to this Vietnam Railways.
I mean, I don't, but I'm always afraid a background noise might, leap out at me.
I'm always afraid I'll cough or sneeze or something uncontrollably and not be able to hit mute in time. But
yeah,
obviously
there's that too. I'm like you. I've got a little bit of a cold or sinus thing or something starting up. So
yeah. I mean, honestly, what I've got in my chest feels like when the pollution gets really bad, though it has not been. I did miss a few days checking, so maybe I was walking around without a mask when the pollution was worse. It's hard to tell because the air is so misty here. So you're like, oh, it's a beautiful mist, and it's just, water in the air. No, it's dirt and filth out of tailpipes that you're breathing in. So maybe I just breathe that in for a few days, and that'll give you a nice,
I think,
congested chip.
Well, there's a lot of respiratory and John's, my brother, for the listeners out there, my brother and his family have got a head cold that they've kind of been passing around the last few days. But the weather here has been very swingy, which is as expected with predicted by climate change. It was our low, like Monday was in the teens, and today the high was like near 70, around 70. So that's been in the span of less than a week.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's
that's quite a swing.
Yeah, so it's affected things, that's for sure.
What now?
It's affected people's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm trying to look up my times, and I don't know how to use a machine. I don't know how to use this machine. I'm looking for a PDF. It should be in files. Downloads, maybe? It's not on the reason I didn't book it, you can book it, so to just continue the plug for the Rome to Rio site. So you can book it through here, but since I live here, I can book directly through my bank, which is my bank app on my phone, which is kind of easier. So I did that. But now I don't know how to find it, which is going to be kind of a useless ticket if I don't figure out what I did.
Yeah, you're never going to get into that chocolate factory without your ticket.
We're worried about getting on the train. Documents?
Oh,
it is the document.
I had to come on here. Well, look, about the golden ticket thing. I'm sorry, that made me laugh, but okay.
It's not a golden ticket. They literally makes a PDF of a receipt, like a receipt that comes out of a what do you call it, printer?
I've got a digital ticket. Is not nearly as whimsical as a golden ticket.
I've got a digital ticket.
Watch Charlie like traipsing around town, dancing with his cell phone in his hand, and he's showing people the screen. And they're like, "You're not poor, then, you little bastard." Grandpa Joe's been having that phone that whole time. You know that old man was supposed to have been like in that bed for like since he was 40. I'm like, but then he gets up and like kicks his heels up in the air and everything right when he gets that golden ticket. I'm like, you suck, Joe. And why are all three old people laying in that bed with those piss pots under it? Man, why they
Yeah,
got
that is a
color
weird
television?
situation.
I mean,
It seems like boiling clothes in the living room, though. Like, why are you doing that? It looks like it's like maybe the 70s, like on the TV. Something's up.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's just supposed to be like a fairy tale quality at that point, you know. Like,
It's funny because it just makes the old people out to be assholes and the mom to be kind of not bright. I'm like, dang, lady, there's washing machines.
All right.
You better go work at the store.
Well, at some later date, I've got to find my ticket. But for
get your ass down to
now-
the laundromat, Charlie Bucket.
Ow.
I
Wait.
For now, I do
what's
want to
that?
say there are private train services in Vietnam too. Like I looked at this one, it's called Lotus Train, and somehow you can click on it. Oh, you got to scroll down to the bottom, and it gives Lotus Train more details. You can go to their website.
Ooh,
Yeah, that looks lovely, doesn't it? Let's click on
that looks
that.
nice.
Oh, that looks nice.
And this one is specifically for tourists. It's more expensive, but I would rather travel with Vietnam Railways. But you can see what the little bonuses are that they give you. And part of the bonus, I guess, is that you're traveling with other tourists. So that's your thing. If that's your thing, my rule is always try to avoid the other tourists. But sometimes that is the best option. So it's fine to do.
I wish I had a really good Joe Biden impersonation because I would connect it to his love of trains with your love of trains, but I don't have one for him.
You don't have a good Joe Biden
I
impression.
don't.
Well,
Right, it's really hard. You could just like use the word malarkey or something somehow.
Yeah.
Work that in there.
Hey, Jack. Here you go. I'll tell you about the old days back in Scranton. See, I don't even know if that's accurate. I'm sorry, Joe Biden.
Well,
I'm sorry, Joe Biden. I don't do a good.
he did talk about corn pop. I remember that. Some gangsta that he had thwarted his efforts of being gangsta somehow, and his name was Corn Pop. Oops.
What?
Yeah, there's like some kind of story about. I don't know. I have to find it, but it was
Oh
for
my
real. He
God.
said it.
Well, that thing here is cool. I closed.
But like Joe Biden was probably in like the Jets or the Sharks or something. You know, and his name was Corn Pop.
When you're a jet for life or whatever they say in that.
You're
But-
Jet all the way.
All the way. That's it. Oh my gosh. I was so
Yeah.
glad Mr. Armstrong had us watch that instead of doing things in school. I was like, wow.
Instead of doing schoolwork.
I think we watched it in when we were studying Romeo and Juliet. Didn't we, Wesley? Didn't we watch it in that English class?
It's a great question.
It had to have been because did you watch Romeo and Juliet with the hairy butt Romeo in it?
Hairy butt Romeo.
Yeah, the Romeo had a little fuzzy hairy butt. It showed it was the pretty dark haired Juliet, and when it showed their scene, it showed Romeo's butt, and that was back. Had to been in the 10th grade.
Back when people still had hair.
No, that movie was made a long time ago.
Back when fuzzy butts were all the rage.
Because we watched West Side Story in the what do you call it, in the auditorium, but we watched Romeo and Juliet in the classroom. I guess he got together extra people to watch West Side Story, and he got mad because people kept talking.
It is
and I was like, for real.
I totally liked it. So, my last class on Tuesday of vacation week ends at 8 p.m. and I leave from the train station at 9:10. Oh, we're gonna have to think about that because I was sort of planning on doing a departure episode. You know how the other travel channel, I mean, you don't watch the other YouTube travel channels, but the other ones, they'll do like how to pack your luggage episodes. Well, I was considering that for our trip, except actually, since we do a live thing, actually show me packing at the last minute, which is usually what I do before going to the train station. It doesn't leave a lot of time because my class is over at 8 p.m. and the train leaves at 9:10. So let me go back to the train. because I was saying for some reason I thought it was later than that. Okay, we're on here. I don't have to go back to anything.
If you're, I don't know, I would think you'd need like a GoPro strapped to your head or something while you're working.
I mean, I was
like,
just going to sit the camera on the counter here and point it towards the bed and just sort of talk to it.
Oh, that's fine too. I don't know. I was expecting like a first-person shooter, but it's packing clothes.
Shooter.
It's like Call of Duty, pack a bag. I mean, you know.
They've got so many of those Call of Duty games. It's feasible.
Call of Duty, pack a bag. So I would be getting, I'd have to rush out of the, which that part's fine, rush out of the school at 8 p.m. I started to do that as soon as class is over anyway. I'm like, I'm done. Goodbye. Yeah, and then I guess I'll have to eat an early dinner and just come straight back here. That gives me almost an hour. No, that's not true. I need to leave probably in half an hour. I need to leave at 8:30, I think, to get to the train station with enough time. It doesn't actually take 30 minutes to get to a train station. It's just a rule of thumb, kind of like getting to the airport. Actually, you really need to do that to get to the airport 2 hours early because it takes that long to get through all the processes.
Wait. Is it like a universal law that it always takes 30 minutes to get to a train station? Like no matter where you are?
So you need to arrive at the train station 30 minutes before your train departs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you get there the minute the train departs, you won't be on it.
I guess I thought that no point on earth was more than 30 minutes away from a train station, which would kind of be awesome.
You have to get to the train station and then you have to get into the train. But I mean, it doesn't actually take 30 minutes. It's just a nice way to get there with plenty of time. So if, as I just did, if you can't find your ticket because you don't know how to use your machine, I did download it. It should be in downloads, but it's not there. Anyway, I still find it on the banking app, so I guess that's okay. Anyway, yeah, so make sure you've got your ticket, and some train stations in some places have security, so you have to go through a security line. I don't think they do here, but I can always get there and be surprised. Anyway, yeah, it's just a way to build some cushion in, to make sure you get on the train before it leaves. Yeah.
You don't want to jump onto it like you're Indiana Jones.
I mean, run along the tops of the cars, and
I say this because I have done that many times. Getting into the train station at the last minute and like flying through the thing and running up the escalator. Because in China, you got enough money to travel, and you travel a lot, and you always do it by train.
And there's a John Williams score in the background.
That's right. That's exactly right.
We've used this site before, Rome to Rio, except for it was when I was looking for bus routes in Malaysia. Look at how this one actually has stuff. Poor Malaysia.
There were no bus routes in Malaysia.
There was like
not big on
3 buses.
All right, so it takes a half an hour to get to the train station from here by bus. So that's probably out, but I wasn't really thinking of that anyway. So it's about an 11-minute ride by car. So if I leave at 8:30, I should be able to get there in time. In time to still have the cushion of time. So I can just call a car. I'll have actual luggage, so I won't be calling a bike this time. What?
I think I'm gonna have Tana draw that Wesley Green and the cushion of time, and you need to have some indie clothes on.
The bigger the cushion, the better your trip will be.
I was about to say, well. I think that you guys need to know what happened, and I'm in a much better mood because of it. I'm shoveling food in my mouth because I was so hungry. But I made an order for shrimp because there was like this big deal at Red Lobster, and I've been in a bad mood all day. And I was like, this sucks, so I'm gonna get some shrimp. And the girl kept pushing the time back, and then she was just staying in one spot. I'm like, is my delivery driver okay? You could just see her little car on the map, and it was just like twirling around in circles. And I'm like, I think she left. So canceled that order, but it was after an hour, so I didn't have my stuff. So I was like, I'm going to reorder it, right?
Right.
Okay. Because they gave me a discount. I mean, not discount. Well, they did give me a discount. They gave me a discount, and they gave me a refund. So I was like, okay, thank you.
Discount and a refund?
Yes. Well, I didn't even know that they were doing that. I was just thinking, okay, well, it says I got refunded, but then the discount popped on there too. So even with the tip, I only paid $1 for this person to bring me all the stuff. Well, I was thinking, well, that's going to be great because it's a lot of shrimp. So I was going to split it with Santana. It's shrimp and broccoli and the linguine stuff that comes with it and all that stuff's like a big old thing. Yeah. They brought 2 of them. Like, that's like 40 pieces of shrimp and 2 whole linguine Alfredo things with shrimp, like with sauteed shrimp on it, and 2 big old things of broccoli. And I didn't get charged extra. Like, I actually got a discount. So I paid, I ended up paying $30 for 2 whole meals. And I got the extra thing. Oh, and extra drinks too. So they gave me 4 drinks and all that. And she said that's happened with her before. And I was like, make sure we didn't get charged for it. And I looked it up and nope. And I still have some credits on the website to where I can get like $10 off the next thing. Isn't that cool? Also shrimp, num num num.
Also shrimp, num num num.
I'm guessing that this other one's the one that the woman didn't go to pick up because she gave up on it. Like, she was sitting, like, if you were to look at the map, the car was sitting there just looking at the Red Lobster. Like, she was probably like, I hate this job. I'm done. I'm not going to get this food. And then she left.
I hate this job. I quit. Wait.
I'm like, thank you, Kashika, because I got a lot of scrimp.
Oh, it's got me backwards. Okay, sorry. Although it does show the. Okay, so what I just did is I put in my dates into Rome to Rio and clicked search, and it took me to a site which I've used before. It is very good, called 12Go Asia. If you're traveling in Southeast Asia, I have seen that they have other parts of Asia, but it usually pops up for Southeast Asia. So I think they must have more options here. If you're a tourist, this is a great, like, you don't have a bank account and you can't book through your bank app like I did. So you're going to get this option for booking. When you do searches on Rome to Rio, it doesn't book. You don't book through Rome to Rio. They just it's just a search. And so they pull up the options for, how you can get there and what the booking options for. And then you click through them and you end up on sites like this. And this is a really good one for trains or buses or what have you. So anyway, Hanoi to Da Nang, leaving out this time. I'll show you what I booked. Derp to derp. Well, I kind of want the latest, so don't want to show that. Latest to earliest. Activate. Update now. Anyway, whatever. You can just you can search through these. You get your options here. I got the late one, so it's not showing up. I don't know how to scroll down. It just puts 3 options up there.
Are you going to have your own sleeper car?
My own?
Yeah, like your own little room and a little sleeper thing.
No,
I don't have my glasses on. I just see like some kind of, is that a bed or am I just making this up in my head and it's a freaking table? I can't see.
Are you going to have your own private Idaho?
Oh, geez.
Okay, that's a cool bed. Okay, so
it is beds. It is beds.
Yes, it's beds. So I'll get beds. It's an overnight train to Da Nang. Da Nang is about halfway down the country. It's right in the middle. Hanoi is in the north and Ho Chi Minh City in the south. So I'm only going about halfway down the coast. but Vietnam's a lot larger country than you probably think on the map. It kind of looks small because it's so thin, so skinny, but it's actually quite large and very long. So, and also down to get the friction on. So it's an overnight. It's an overnight to get to Da Nang. I'll leave here, like I said, 9:10 is my departure, and I get to Da Nang in the afternoon. So it's about what you want for train trip. It gets in good times. Good times. All right, but anyway, that's what you get, and those are just randomly assigned bunks, just like any seats on the train. They're not, it's not a private like 4-person. If you had 4 people, you could make sure you booked a cabin by yourself. But they're not, I mean, you could pay for four beds, I guess. But no, those are randomly assigned, and you just get in there and travel with people. Folks.
But if I wanted it to myself, it says from $39 per adult. So I'd spend $160 and have my own little thing. I'd be hanging from the top one and be like, look at me and my own thing, heifers. No, not really. I'm poor. I can't even get to
Vietnam. Yeah, I wouldn't spend $160. I mean, last time I traveled by train, I spent most of the trip with an elderly couple that were on the other side of the room, and we left late at night, so I didn't talk to him in the night. But when I woke up the next morning, they were like feeding me.
I remember them.
Yeah, they were nice.
Wait.
Nice folks.
Okay, I got a weird mental image of that. I'm sorry.
Like he just wakes up and they're like spooning.
They're not actually.
Yeah. Well, no, like he kind of wakes up and like there are this elderly couple like with a bowl and a spoon, like the spoon's like coming towards his mouth. It's like, you need to eat.
I mean, the you need to eat part, that was accurate. But no, they were just giving me fruits and whatever, like bread and whatever they brought with them to eat. They're like, oh, you don't have anything to eat? Here you go. Which I didn't. I didn't have any money. I was in bad shape. Oh, they're telling me I can board.
What was that ride for?
That was when when I came back to Vietnam, the flight that I could afford came into Phnom Penh, which is not the best way to get to Vietnam, but it was possible to get there. Remember, I was in Hong Kong and I couldn't afford to stay like another day. I'd already spent one night. It took one night, not homeless, but on the hotel balcony. They just told me, well, you can sleep out here if you want. I was like, okay, great. But I was like, yeah, I'm not staying any longer. So I booked the flight. Just lucky I could find one into Phnom Penh that was relatively cheap that I could afford anyway. And got there and started the process of getting a Vietnamese visa, tourist visa, and stayed there a couple of days. And when I got it, took the bus over to Ho Chi Minh City, and from Ho Chi Minh City, I took the train up. So that's when I was just getting into Hanoi from Ho Chi Minh City. All right, we spent enough time on that. We've I did all this last. I keep forgetting to transfer the screen share, so then I have to come back and redo it. Anyway, so that was my transit. That's the most fun part to me to try and to put together is the transportation. I don't know really why I think it's fun, but I do. So there you go. Oh, I'm not inviting people. What am I doing? I'm presenting. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go to Erica. Do you want to see this? Do you want to see this Opera browser?
Hey, Santana just put that on hers.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you've seen it.
Yeah.
You know what it looks like.
No,
Okay.
no. She's in the other room. I haven't seen it. She just said that she's using a new browser, and she just said it's Opera.
Oh, cool. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So you got your normal tabs like you do in Chrome. It's a Chrome-based browser, so you'll be familiar with most of what it does. Okay. Now I'm showing you. I just put two things together. Oh, no. Did I? Okay, anyway, so these are two independent tabs, but you see this little tiny colored bar next to StreamYard?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you click, so you've got all these tabs, but the ones that are next to the right of this colored bar are in the same island. Okay, they call it an island. So the tabs are in an island. You click that colored bar and it collapses your island. Those are all things that go together. So you're like, I'm not doing that right now. I'm going to close that island, and then I'm going to close this island. Oh no, I just opened an island. My bad. And you can you can expand your island with a little. Can you? Oh shoot! Opening up new things. Okay. If you're still seeing it, there was a way to add things to the island. But if you click on things, let's just click on something in this. Let's see this. We've got a restaurant here. It's called Lifted. I eat there all the time, so probably why it popped up. But I want to see their website or something. Order online. It tells me. So that's just I want it to open up another tab. Okay. How about Facebook? Open website. Okay. Now I've opened up a tab from this last tab I was on. It's Facebook, and it automatically creates a new island that has these two tabs in the island. So you can close. So you put the mouse over there. You get the option of closing the island, both tabs at the same time, or if you just click on the bar, it'll just collapse the island so that you can come back to it later. Okay, I should really open up StreamYard. Okay, did you see all that? Did you get all that? You pick it up when I'm laying down. All right. Then you move the mouse to the left here, and you've got different workspaces. So you got it's just like having a whole different Chrome window. You got all your workspaces going at the same time. And what I'm doing is I'm coming down here to travel planning. Oh, it doesn't show you. The little airplane is travel planning. So then you can come over and go to Rome to Rio. Okay, so I'm doing all my stuff in this workspace. And it's got other stuff too, like it's got WhatsApp built in, some AI things, and it's got a thing called MyFlow, which is just an easy way. Chrome actually has this, but it's just not easy to access, and they put it, front and center where you can click MyFlow, and it'll show you things that you've sent between your laptop and your phone. It's meant to load up. So if you want to send something to your phone, you can click MyFlow on up the top here with the top of the browser, and if you want to send it the other direction, you just click the same thing on your phone. It also pops up on your phone as a sharing option. So if you have Opera installed on your phone, you can always just share to MyFlow, and it'll go straight to your laptop, and you'll have it here. So that's convenient. I like that. Okay. There we go. I just wanted to plug that because I told you about it on one of the streams, and it's just a really nice way to have a gazillion tabs open at the same time.
I remember because I do have a gazillion tabs right now.
You like to do that. And you're always like, I got to close some tabs. Like, well, you don't actually have to close them. You can just collapse the island. So that's a nice way to do that. Anyway, I wanted to plug that because I like that. I like that browser. I like this browser. I used it years ago, and something went wrong, or for some reason, I did switch back to. Oh, that. We're planning. Let's get rid of that. I did switch back to Chrome, and then just recently, I was like, oh yeah, I remember I really liked Opera. I'm going to try that again, and There's not been many updates. It was several years ago, but they improve little things along the way. It's pretty easy to use, good, handy browser. All right. Going back to this, so what we really wanted to do today was to talk about budgeting. I have sites that I use for budgeting. You guys can put in your just a kayak. Loading deals for kayak. I don't want kayak. Here we go. Okay. Disable your ad blocker. No. Because it comes with a good ad blocker too. This is budget your trip. And we are going to spend 4 days in Da Nang. So here's the way budget your trip. Okay, let's go back to the sites main page here. So here you go. It's you go down and browse, but we're just going to type in Da Nang because that's what we were doing before. Not easy to find. Okay, now we're in Da Nang. Da Nang travel costs. And this site is not a big, it is not a popular site. And they're not perfect on their information, but the information you get is what people input from their own trips. So as long as you've got enough people putting their information in, it's pretty accurate. Now, if you're going to a very obscure place, maybe then you don't have enough data points to really generate accurate guesses on what things are going to cost. But for big places, for popular spots, you're gonna get pretty good information. And let's see, you can change travel style. I don't do this. I'll leave it at mid-range because the cheap is always way too low. Like you'll never actually find hotels for that price. And the expensive is, I don't know why anybody would do that. Why you're budgeting if you're planning to spend a bunch of money. But so I'll leave it at the middle ground. It gives you a good idea of what things are going to cost. Yeah, I'm thinking Vietnam dong. Is it just going to say dong? Let's leave it in dollars now because that'll be more handy for people planning before the trip. I always say when you're on the trip, like you don't need to think in translating the amounts to, it's got the Vietnam dong written down there. That's good. You don't want to think in terms of I'm planning to spend X number of, or I'm going to spend X number of dollars while you're on the trip. You got to think in the local currency. And the reason is because they just leave too much room for error. Like you need to know what your budget is in the local currency and think in those terms. And then you'll be able to go, okay, I can spend this amount of money rather than trying to translate back and forth the whole time. You're just going to end up making errors like that. Are you guys still with me? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. You're very quiet. All right. So here's what we're
I'm
thinking.
sitting here nodding, by the way, while you said that. I'm like, I like that idea to have the budget. And I was like, yeah. And in my head, I'm saying it, but I didn't say anything.
Okay. That's fine. So it gives you weekly and monthly cost, and that's good per person in 2 weeks. And it's just doubling, and that isn't really how travel works. Again, this is one of the weaknesses of this site. It says, one person costs X amount and two people cost X times 2, but that's not the way hotels work. And that's one of your major costs. So that is a weak spot. But again, it gives you a rough estimate of what your budget's going to be. $47 per day. What is that time? We're going to be in Da Nang for 4 days. All right. It's calculator time.
That's a lot of dong.
Yeah.
That's in,
all right, so
that's in the millions.
1.149.071. I love these averages. It makes no difference. There's no such thing as 71 dong. Well, I don't understand. My calculator won't let me type letters in. I mean, numbers. Oh, I didn't have the name lock on. Okay. Times 4.5 million dong. All right, that is extremely doable. That's four nights, 4 days in a vacation spot, a beach vacation spot for less than $200.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, let's scroll up. By the way, this is how I get an average cost in my head. We should probably also take a look at accommodations. $39 for double occupancy. Okay, that makes sense. Hotel or hostel for one person, $20. Now that sounds right. So so that's a price we're gonna try and keep it around $20. Transportation, $12. Cost of a taxi ride is significantly more than public transportation. It's also worth it to note that on a site like this, like they try to compare apples to apples, which is a good thing, but they're comparing a taxi ride. That means like an automobile, getting going on an app and hiring an actual automobile to come pick you up. Of course, that's going to be expensive. That's not how people get around in most of Vietnam. You call a bike to come get you, and that's substantially cheaper. So I would not expect to spend $12 a day on transportation. That would be a lot. Now there are some distant places to travel to, but we're going to take a bus for that. Not distant, but like outside of town. Okay, food, $17. Again, I don't really expect to spend that much. That would be kind of a lot, but I'm going to try and keep in mind also, and you guys are going to have to remind me that I'm on vacation and we're trying to show stuff. So if it takes a couple more dollars than I would normally spend, I should definitely do that. But 412 Vietnam dong for a day's eating, that's a lot. That would be, that maybe if that includes a fancy restaurant, that would be okay. But I don't think we're going to do fancy restaurants. We're going to do tourist sites. So probably quick eating. Entertainment, I don't know how much of that we'll do. Scams, robbery. I like that they put this in. Scams, robberies, and mishaps. If you budget for it, $1.45. The thing is, though, if you get scammed, it's going to be a lot more than $1.45. It's not likely, but the average is $1.45. But that's pretty useless because it's high volatility. It's unlikely, but it'll be high cost if it happens. Alcohol, $10. I'm sure I could spend $10 on alcohol. That would be easy. Water. So I like the site. It breaks that sort of stuff down. Now let's go back and look at Hoi An. The second place we're going is Hoi An. And in order to go there, we just have to figure out, where do I type it? Hoi An. Travel cost. Okay. Oh, same. They've got it listed the same. They probably just got this. The two are so close together. They probably just got them lumped into one set of data. Let's see. 20. Oh, they say maybe not. They say it changed by $1. $21 for a hotel in Hoi An.
That's unacceptable.
Outrageous. Food got cheaper though. That's what I'd say. Like, it's according to how many people have been. Hoi An's a smaller destination. I imagine less people have been, but it's not unpopular. It's one of the more popular spots in Vietnam. Vacation spots, But it's a small city, small town. All right, I'm going to consider that our budgeting. And then we're just going to keep that in mind when we actually book stuff. So now let's move on to look at
Wait. Am I going to have to remember numbers? I'm not good at that.
Okay. Well,
It's a little like 1.1 million dong a day for the trip.
Oh, see, this is why Erica's here, because Erica makes up for my deficiencies.
If it's like $50 a day, if you just round it up to that, it's 1.2 ish. If you just round it around ish, but it's going to be lower than that because Wesley will not overspend.
No, I want to stay in a decent place though. You know, we've done a lot of low price, low cost, bottom of the barrel travel, which was never really what I wanted to do for the channel. I want to do stuff that's good value. I want to show stuff that's good value. But that doesn't mean that the cheapest place possible. So I want to stay at a decent place. But this doesn't look like it. Oh, it says Da Nang. February 2nd. I don't know where I got these dates. I like how these sites just make up dates. They're like, how about this? You probably want to stay these dates. Let's go to our. I don't think I've done this. I'm using this, which is the Proton calendar. I've got the VPN that I use comes with a calendar and email service and a bunch of stuff. And most of it's like you can access it even if you discontinue the VPN. So it's not like you have to pay for that, but obviously I need a VPN because I travel. But anyway, I planned the whole thing out here. It's a nice little vacation. Ted holiday lasts that long. And then we've got Da Nang. Da Nang, let's check into the hotel on the 7th. Check out on the 12th. 7th to the 12th. So let's go back. Put in our correct dates. 7th. Out on the 12th. What's your favorite hotel booking site, Erica?
Oh gosh, what was it called again? Hold on. We were talking about it before, and it's because I say it different than other people say it too. Shit, hold on.
You like Agoda?
Yes, because I say Agoda.
Let's see about that. How do you say Agoda? I know, I'm not a robot.
I'm sure it's got to be Agoda, not Agoda. But I think of Agador from you know, oh my gosh, now I can't think of the American name for it. La Cage aux Folles.
Can you hear it, or does it filter out? Like,
oh no, it filters it out.
Oh, okay. Agoda. Yeah, it says Agoda.
It's Agoda. Yeah, but I say Agoda. And I should remember it because I say it's stupid.
Well, you like that. So you say it like that because of the guy from
because of Agador on the page.
Okay, Agador. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's see what we got here. Well, this is a private deal. I don't know what that means, but Agador was giving it for 1.2 million. I don't know what private deal means. What does it mean? It's a private. Let's view the deal, and then maybe we'll find out. Book your best flight. I thought it was a 1.2. What do you guys remember what it said? Oh, I guess I don't have to. It's right. Well, yeah, it says 1.265. Then you go on their website, and it ups the price. Well, it looks fancy.
That does look very fancy.
Ooh, nice. Wait, what does that say up there? What is that? That said the top 10 something?
The top 10. I don't know. I don't see the top 10.
Yeah, 10%. Top 10% best hotel in the world.
Oh. 10%. Top 10% best hotel in the world. Yeah.
Does that mean only the top 10% of the hotel is what they're talking about? Like the first is the top floor? Or is it the best hotel? The best hotel as voted on by the top 10%. Like rich people.
Well, look at it.
It's too vague for me. I like specificity in my advertising.
I also like proper kerning. The percent mark is too close to the best part. You see, it needs to be separated a little.
It is. You're right.
Do a little space there, homies.
It does, yeah.
It's. Ooh, I like it. Ooh.
How much is $20? I feel like that's like $500,000.
For 20.
Isn't 20 about 500,000?
I think it is. Yep, yep. It's 492, basically. So yeah, 500.
That lady's covered in tater chips.
What?
Yes, that's their potato chip treatment.
Ah, come stay in our beautiful Pringles bathtub.
Pringles are good.
Yeah,
Pringles
it's a
are
luxury.
good.
I mean,
That's why it's in
You
the
know?
top 10% hotel.
yeah, your Pringles bath is ready for you, sir or madam.
They got a little falcon symbol up there at the top. They're calling their own little superhero from the top of that hotel.
Oh,
Call the Falcon. All luxury.
Ooh, that's
The
so
superhero
pretty.
call the Falcon for luxury. Now I just see like oh, what's the actor's name that plays Falcon and is now Captain America in the movies? Oh gosh,
Oh my God! What's now I'm just calling him Sam. Hold on.
I can't think of the actor's name. Yeah, but like he just shows up and is like, "Wow, this is pretty luxurious," you know. He flies in, you know.
He gives the thumbs
Anthony
up.
Mackie.
Anthony Mackie, thank you.
But I
Yeah,
keep calling him Sam because he's Sam, Falcon, then Cap. You know what I
Right.
mean?
yeah.
This is a picture of the bar, but that is definitely a KTV room. There's no doubt that's a KTV. All right, I think we looked enough for that. Yeah, so this one's out of my budget. I don't know why I keep looking at it. Well, yes, I do, because I'm perfectly happy to stay in a luxury place. I just want it to be, like I said, a good value. So if I can find a luxury place that's also cheap, then
If you're gonna
Right.
spend the money, you definitely want to stay in a place where they have tater chip baths.
if you can afford it, bathe in potato chips. Yeah, let's include taxes and fees. That's a good thing that Kayak does. But also, like, I'm not seeing where I can see it's sorted, but I want to filter it for price. Do I click here where it says filter this stuff for price? Good Lord, one of these is 500 million. 500 million VNT per night. That sounds like a bit much.
We can't see the screen anymore. If that's your intention, it's gone.
Oh, well, it did disappear, didn't it? Oh, because I didn't. Yeah. Okay, I'm not good at this. Okay, share the screen. I always have to go in at the map and then search it when I get to the other workspace.
Here
we go.
You remember in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV show, like when they were starting off, like Sam was kind of down on, he didn't have a lot of money and stuff. Now I can kind of see him
Yes.
like doing these kind of commercials for hotels.
Oh my God, yes. And I was so pissed at Tony Stark. I'm like, dude, how you gonna die and not leave everybody some money? Like, I know that they wanted to like show a struggle, but I'm like, dude, you know everybody there should have some money.
Yeah. I mean, you would think they could get like some sort of, I don't know, deal where
Or some
give
governmental
you a deal
compensation.
where you give them money.
A grant.
Something where the government is like, wow, thanks for not letting us die. Here's some money. But Tony Stark had plenty of money to leave to them. So really, what's her name? Gwyneth Paltrow. What's her Pepper? Is she Pepper?
Pepper Potts. Yep.
Yeah, I cannot stand Gwyneth Paltrow, but I like Pepper. So she's just, but whatever. She should have given them some damn money.
Well, I think that was probably also in there to show like how crappy veterans get
Oh,
treated.
move this.
Oh yeah, it was because
Yeah.
it tied into the old school, the Green Martian's dad, who was the old captain, because he was in Supergirl as Green Martian's dad, and that guy is a good actor. That one, the old guy.
Yeah. That played the what was it like that? Was he Korean War or Vietnam War? I can't remember which one he was. That character was supposed to have been like a super soldier in.
I can't remember. Maybe it was Vietnam.
See, and I got done watching that and I was like, I want to see all that stuff. I mean, can y'all not make a series about that? That sounds like you could do something important with it. But anyway, yes, Sam just flies in and is like, wow, this hotel, it really makes me feel like I'm in the top 10%.
They make it rain Pringles on him, and he's like, showering in Pringles. And they're like tossing them at him.
He catches one in his hand and eats it and goes, tasty or something, you know.
Oh,
cheesy.
Luxury.
Luxurious.
Here's an Oyo.
I used their direct site that one time, and it was only like very little money for you to be at one of those, and I loved it, and those people were nice.
Yeah, look how cheap this is. $151,000 a night.
Oh my god, really? What it look like?
Let's take a look.
Okay.
It's an Oyo, so you're staying. It's a discount hotel. It's not not the fanciest, luxurious. But it's actually not bad. Like I don't say that they're not bad hotels. And if you really want to know, and I think a lot of people don't, but if you really want to know like how a lot of Vietnamese people travel, this is like staying in a Days Inn for us. They're about that level. So it's what the average person would use when traveling. And not just Vietnam, but they're all over Southeast Asia.
What percentage would you give it as far as percentage of luxury?
I think they're probably in the 2% range.
2% luxury.
2% luxury. They're not bad. I mean, they're fine hotels. It's just that they're not luxury. They're not meant to.
No, but they are predictably decent. And that's
yes, there you go. That's right.
Yeah.
Predictably decent.
Yeah. And I can still picture them when you mention Oyo. I picture white and red neatness and bright room that looks clean.
Yeah, I mean
they have a brand.
They do, yeah. Yeah, I mean they're good. When I'm traveling, I'm perfectly happy to see an Oyo. But it's also the problem with foreign travelers is you get two distant categories of foreign travelers: people who want the ultimate and the highest luxury that you've ever heard, right? On the one end, and then on the other end, you get the backpackers that want to feel like they're, roughing it or something, and you don't feel like you're roughing it in an Oyo. It's just a regular hotel. If you're just an average person traveling and you just want to find a decent price, then this is
keep those dirty hippies away from me.
Right. It's not a hostel. You're not sharing your space with anyone, and there's a lot of travelers. I don't want to do that. I want to rough it, which all right, go right ahead.
My life's rough enough, y'all. I want I want a hot tub, damn it. I want something.
Well, they probably don't have a hot tub.
No, they're not gonna have that. But some of them do. Mm-hmm.
They have Pringle baths. We saw that earlier.
I mean, they might actually do a literal Pringle bath for you.
You couldn't put Pringles into a hot tub. You'd stop up those pipes. It just wouldn't be a good scene.
Well, there's no water. It's not a hot tub. They just bathe you in Pringles.
Oh.
You have to bring the Pringles, but you can ask them to dump them on your head, I guess.
That would exfoliate you, though. Then you could just shower off, I guess.
Pringles on your head?
Oh no, your body, just scrubbing off of them, I guess.
I like the sound effects for the Pringles bath.
It's like a tiny abrasive in every bite.
I think we get the idea here. It's a very, very ordinary hotel.
Do you have? Show it. Is it on here? Do some little.
Oh no! I lost it again. What happened? I feel like I'm forgetting to do this.
Oh, did I
Well,
describe it correctly when I said it? Because I was just waiting on you to put it up there.
absolutely, you were. And let's see, share
Yay.
this tab instead. This is what. So let me click see all photos.
See?
Maybe that's when I'm losing you.
See, red and white, clean lines, and it's bright. Oh, I like the wood grain in these. That's nice. Is that what this
Yeah.
hotel particularly looks like?
Yes, this is the specific hotel.
Shoot, it's nice. That's $6 a night. It's $6.14 based on what you said. That is cheap.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm
Wi-Fi,
loving it.
air conditioning, fireplace, luggage storage. Yes.
Sorry, guys. Sometimes I lose the I lose the sharing thing. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Please let me
It's
know.
a
if
superior
you're not
family
looking.
bed. This room is only for superior families.
I see a little frigidator and a wardrobe. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that actually, the fridge in the room. That's an extra thing in Western hotels. You kind of
Dude. Ooh. What?
Wow, look at that.
I love that. Tell them you want that exact room. That had like flowers up on
Well, that
the
was
wall.
the bathroom. It's probably that looks like that in every room.
That was pretty.
Yep. Okay, so that's a good possibility. I wouldn't be mad about that. Let's go back and see what we got. Share this tab. Make sure I remember to share the tab. Let's look at. I don't really ever sort by hotel class because I know, having worked in travel, I know how those are determined. And I mean, it's not like it's some secret. A dishonest system, but what it is it's a list of check boxes, and if you check the box, regardless of how nice the hotel actually is, then you get a higher hotel class. I just never have really gone by the star rating, 1, 2, 3, 4 stars. The review scores are people's experience. I do go by those, but you got to make sure you're looking at enough reviews for it to actually means something. So this one is 232. That's substantially more, not quite double, but it's substantially more than one we just looked at. But it looks kind of nice. Let's share this tab.
That's only $9.43. Let's check that sucker out. Mm-hmm.
204,000 is $9.43.
Mm-hmm. You said two how much?
Well, when I clicked on it, we got a lower price, 204,000.
Oh wow! Wait here, let me go to that. Yeah, that's $8.29.
$8.29.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well that's no longer substantially more. So let's look at what this is. I mean, I'm glad we got the chance to praise Oreo, but
yeah,
are you
look at
guys
that.
seeing this? Am I sharing? Look at this for $8.
Ooh, look at that.
You did tell us to remind you, not to be afraid to spend an extra $2. So here you go.
Yes, I did.
Reminder.
Okay, so that reminder's coming in already. This one looks nice. Look, it's a rooftop pool.
Wow.
For $8 a night. What are we doing? This is crazy. Let's do this one.
Yes,
This is
that's
so nice.
fancy. It's so pretty. It looks like somewhere Hannibal Lecter would be when he's about to like make some kind of a threatening look when he's like, hiding away. When he's talking to Clarice and someone's been a smartass and he's like, yeah, this guy's gotta die.
Oh my gosh, that's not a very good endorsement.
Well, he has great taste.
Oh, in people.
That was good. I like that. He has great taste. Zip. Zip-a-zing.
Come for the travel advice, stay for the jokes.
What's that?
That
What's going
looks
on?
suspiciously like a
Dun, dun, dun.
dorm room.
Well, that's one of that better not be the only thing they've got. I saw some rooms.
Better
You
not
saw
be.
that.
Damn dorm room.
Oh my God, a giant coffee cup.
I like how they told you that swimming pool that was definitely out in the sun was outdoor.
I mean, it's on the roof of the building.
Yeah. It's definitely not under some kind of giant, like the Truman Show sort of dome or anything.
My mama loved that movie. She loved that movie. She just would hone in on some of them, and she just adored it.
It's an interesting movie. I mean, I want this thing on the right to be a full bar, but I suspect it's not. And it's not that I want to get drunk on the roof. I just want it to be the full bar.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So it was showing a dormitory.
Dormitory room bed. Yes, it is a dorm room.
They don't have regular rooms too, or?
Oh, that's interesting.
See over there where it's got rooms.
Huh?
Like they've got 6 different up there at the top where it says all 82, and then you go to rooms 6. There's 6 pictures of rooms, so they've got to have something other than just dorm rooms, right? Because see, look at that.
Oh yeah,
room.
they do. They're just not going to be $8.
Yeah, let's see what that fancy ass one is that Hannibal's going to eat somebody's brain in. I mean, that is like a
Yeah,
nice
but it doesn't matter because they're all sold out.
Oh, they were?
Dates. Yeah. All the non-dormitory rooms were already sold out on his dates. It said that on all of them.
Buttholes.
Hurry up. 4 room types have already sold out for your dates.
So what's the others that are left? Just the dorm? Just the dorm.
Bed. $279 is also for a bunk bed, but dormitory room, yes. There you're right, Scott. Wow, you can pay up to $1 million a night for a dormitory room.
Yikes.
Dumb. Oh, but when you get the whole room. Yes, if you pay the $1 million, you get the whole room. That makes sense. The luxury room with balcony sold out. Dormitory room. Sold out. You're right, Scott. You paid very close attention. That's really disappointing.
Oh,
all right.
Well, let's look back at the others and see if there's something that's like that has one that's not a dorm. But that is $43. Honestly, for that kind of luxury, if you were wanting to spend that money later on, $43 is still for you to have that whole dorm room to yourself is better than here. Obviously, you're getting like shot at if you spend $43 on a hotel room over here. So
well, let's just move it to the base price. I don't like that, but I don't know what the taxes are, so maybe we'll get a different. Whoa,
that's a boutique.
It's the Pa'ama boutique, apparently.
Pa'ama.
It's wonderful.
I like how they did the monarch one there. It looks how I would spell one of my pets' names because someone took the other spelling on my little game page. You see it? Monarch. Monarchy. Monarchy.
Oh, now I'm going to reset the thing. Okay, 500. We're going to set it at 500,000. Right. Okay. Seahorse. Oh, it's another seahorse. Seahorse tropical Danang. That's the same thing. Okay. Star City Riverside. Okay, let's look at this one. Wow, it's normally 1.8 million and it's discounted down to 338,000.
Whoa. See what rooms I got.
Quite a discount. Let's take a look. Oh, we're not sharing here. Okay. It looks nice. Is this a bar? Oh, it is a bar, yeah. A nice look to the bar.
I love lights. Those are pretty.
Oh, HPVLT.
Yeah, you know me.
That's a nice view. Looks lovely. Okay.
Just thinking about things. That girl was.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks very pensive.
She did.
Looks like somebody's gonna walk in and tell her something in a some sort of soap opera is happening.
It would definitely be one of my K dramas. And then
Yeah.
Some sort of
turn
soap
around and
operas happening.
I mean, they wouldn't say that like verbatim, but you know, a soap opera situation
That's
is
too bad.
happening.
That's too bad. I would like that soap opera. A soap opera situation is happening. Thank you.
Apparently written by Vulcans.
The situation has been resolved. Episode over. All right. Well, this one looks nice enough. Let's see if the rooms are actually rooms. They're just a wide space between the trash can and the back of the building. Price per night. Let's see. Oh my goodness. 2 kids under 7 years stay free. That's all right. I don't want 2 kids under 7. Oh, it looks like I have to pre-book it, prepay it. It's another thing I got to think about.
Mm.
No risk. It says don't pay today. Good, I won't. Superior double. That is not a good view. That's 338.
So that's 1374.
Yeah, that's not bad. Deluxe twin city view, and they don't give the pictures. Do not show anything different. It's also 338 though. No price difference.
This is one of my favorite parts of travel, by the way, is looking at freaking hotel rooms. So I'm like, look at this.
Deluxe double river. Okay, so the river view pumps the price up to $427.
P. Diddy
How
told
much
me
is
to do it.
how much is 427? Do you know?
Sorry, P. Diddy told me to do it.
Wait,
427.
I don't, and I never did.
BND to USD. Let's see. That's $17. So we went up from $13 to $17.
that is a nice view, though. It's a neat little look there.
I like the window.
Yeah.
You should stand and be pensive and drink like a little mixed drink at the window.
Yeah, and there should be like a stinger that comes up. It was, you know, that's like makes everything more dramatic.
You think it's worth it then to get the river view?
Yes, because it's fancy, but it's not too costly, and I think that somebody out there is definitely about to pay $1 million for that freaking dorm thing, and that's stupid when they could spend like 300 and something and be there.
Right. I mean, if you just buy something where you get the whole, that's why I'm never convinced that dorm rooms are a good idea. I guess there's a certain age, and if you're traveling alone, the total comes out less, so it's worth doing. But man, that what you get for just spending a little bit more to get a whole room to yourself, it just never seems like it's worth. It never seems like it's worth doing a dorm room or dorm bed, bunker's bed. I've stayed in plenty of hostels, and you know, always when I thought it was worth doing, but
Put the cherry cookie in.
Okay, go to. I think we're gonna book this. You guys ready?
Yes. Dun, dun, dun.
Sure. I mean, it's not my money. I don't know. You don't need my permission. It's happening. Dang!
He was really into that.
Incidentally, that's what I sometimes shout during. Never mind.
During Uno games.
During games. Well, it's been a lot of Uno lately, yeah, but you know.
What? Oh God, hold on a second, y'all.
It's like pay nothing until 29th of January. What's today? Oh, for 2
Wow.
days. I guess I can hold it for 2 days. I'll do that.
Star City. City of the Stars.
It does have PayPal as an option, so that makes me feel good. I noticed I didn't say totally confidently that I thought it would work, but
I think Star City. I forget which DC superhero lives in Star City.
Star City. Let's find out where this is. I forgot to click the thing. We've only got 3 minutes. I need more time. It just added on an extra 5. That's good. Okay. Well, let's go and check where it actually is, because I feel like that's an important factoid. Put in the name. Da Nang. Okay, Star City Hotel and Apartments, Da Nang. Okay, so it's on the river. It's really on the river. Excellent. Okay, that is a good location. I mean, Da Nang is a popular beach resort, but you don't have to be on the beach to be in a good location in Da Nang. The river is also a good location. It's like I said, the third largest city in Vietnam. I think I said that. So there's actually a city to it as well, and if you want to be closer to dining and other good stuff, then the Riverside is probably pretty good location. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. That's close enough too to most of the stuff you want to do to get an easy grab bike to where you want to go. All right, let's go back. Complete this. Yeah, I'm gonna continue booking.
It was Green Arrow.
I'm already tired.
Green Arrow lives in Star
It
City.
was in Star City. Oh,
Yeah. DC came up with fictional cities for the vast majority of their settings, whereas Marvel
right.
tends to do real life cities.
I did notice that. Yeah.
And I think there's good and bad for both ways of doing it.
Yeah, just a choice. Now, one thing on the fictional cities, like most of the cities, I don't know if I should say most, but a lot of the cities in DC are just nicknames for New York. Metropolis.
Yes. Metropolis and Gotham. Yeah.
I don't know about Star City. I've heard that.
And I think that actual like New York City and all that stuff actually also exists in DC. So
really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I guess they change things so much these days. I can't.
It is, and Star City is where Oliver is, the Green Arrow.
Yeah,
because I watched that whole series. I was fighting back saying that when he mentioned Star City.
Oh no, like I was
city.
No, I wish you had. I was because I looked it up, but I was like, is it Flash? No. Is it Green Lantern? No.
Oh no. It was definitely Stephen Amell as the Green Arrow. And also their spinoff from that was when freaking what's her name? Shit, I can't remember what they called her at first. Damn. But she ended up being on Legends of Tomorrow, which was a very good show. I really liked that actually. And Ra's al Ghul was John Barrowman. Jack Harkness from Doctor Who and Torchwood ended up being Ra's al Ghul on there. Malcolm Merlin. Anyway, he was awesome. I liked that show, even when it like.
I thought Merlin was a different character from
He
not
was.
Merlin, the
Then
Arthur guy, but the
no. He
Merlin.
was a different guy. He ended up becoming Ra's. There was a different Ra's al Ghul. Then he becomes him because the main Ra's al Ghul guy dies for some reason, and his daughter was like
Talia.
Yeah, and she was with someone else. I can't remember now. See it all. That was kind of towards the end of the last seasons where it was like, we're gonna jump several sharks and do some weird crap, but you'll stick with it because you want it to end, but you want it to end on some kind of a good note.
The current Robin is actually the daughter. I mean, not the daughter, the son of Talia and Batman.
What?
Okay, so the total for our 4-night stay was $2.4 million.
2.4 million.
I turned off the sharing when I put in my personal information. So
yeah, that
was a smart idea.
That's logical.
So there's no sharing presently. Sorry, potential future viewers.
Yeah, the current Robin is named Damian Wayne, and he is the son of Batman and Talia.
Holy crap! Did they make that into the in this new thing that's on? Is it the kid that's on this new thing? What do you call it? Titans. It's just Titans. That the gritty thing.
Oh no, I don't.
Erica, do you know how much 2.4 million is? Sorry.
It is. Let's go back to it. I was on it. Shit, I had it. It's like $97, like almost 98.
Yes. So I have that, but I probably need to go put money. Let's transfer money. I wish they would let me pay cash there.
Was there a Robin in that? I know there was Nightwing.
Yeah. He's like at the beginning of the Titans thing. He's Robin, and he's like beating people's asses, and I was like, "Holy crap! What's
that's
going
Dick
on in
Grayson.
this?"
If he becomes Nightwing, that's Dick Grayson, the only Robin who's done that.
Well, he's not. They're not saying that he's that yet, but then he is that. You see what I mean? And then there's some kid that pops on, and he's been trained by Bruce Wayne to be the new Robin, but he's not called Robin. That's why I was asking who is that kid. I haven't watched the rest of it, so I can't figure it out here.
I know that they're going with Damian as Robin for the new DC movies that are coming out. Not the Pattinson one, but the one that's coming out as part of like the shared universe stuff.
Oh my god! But Robert Pattinson whooped this guy's ass on there too. That was hilarious. That was like, holy crap! I was not expecting him to do that. Hold on, let me go to this. I'm going to tell you who this kid's name is. No, it was just Jason Todd, because it is Dick Grayson. But then the new kid, Jason Todd, who says he's the new Batman, kept calling that one Robin, and he's like, "No, I'm not Robin because I whoop people's asses, so I'm Dick Grayson."
And Robin.
Jason Todd was the second Robin. He was the one who was famously murdered by a phone-in vote by the readers.
Murdered by a phone-in vote?
Well, it was like a big publicity stunt, like during the late 80s, very early 90s, one or the other. I think it was when we were in middle school.
Holy crap.
You could call one of those 1-900 numbers, and one of them was vote to keep Robin alive, vote to kill Robin off, because the Joker had like caught him or whatever. And people called in, and apparently they voted to kill him off because that's what they went with. And the Joker. I
wonder if they did that on this thing, because that kid's head shape is weird, man. I saw him and I was like, "Ooh, we don't need to have him."
The Joker beat him mostly to death with a crowbar. And then blew up the building he was in. So.
Oh, okay. So when is the 30th? Is that Monday or Tuesday?
Monday.
That's Tuesday.
Oh,
Tuesday for us, yeah.
For all right, I'm confirmed.
So that was the second one, and then I guess the third Robin was his name flew right out of my head. Tim Drake.
Ah. Well, right. I'll tell you what was great about the Titans thing so far is that Starfire is awesome and gorgeous, and she's pretty badass. But I didn't finish it because I was like, I don't know. It's looking, this is gritty and dismal, but more dismal and gritty.
More dismal than gritty.
Well, yeah, and
All right,
that's
7th through the 12th. Let's make sure that that's what I got. I like it. I always do the panic thing. Like, what if I didn't get the dates right? 7th to the 12th. Okay, that's good.
and that's that dismal and gritty stuff is fine with like Batman, and I know obviously like Robin and Nightwing are Batman adjacent, but the Teen Titans, I mean, I never thought they were dismal and gritty, you know.
Right. It was too much. Like I could see if you need to be a bit badass, because they have Raven in this thing, and her dad's a big old turd. And I mean,
I think in the comics, her dad's a demon, right? Like, well,
yes,
literally,
yeah, that's it.
yeah.
And then he's supposed to be like, you can tell I didn't watch the next season.
Oh.
Well, I did watch the beginning of the next season, and they were like trying to harness her power, and there were like people that were followers of her demon dad, and it was, I don't know. I was like, this is too much.
Demon dad. That sounds like what was the lineup on Friday nights? Must see TV.
And he points at the screen and he's like, "Hey,
TGIF." It came on after. Yeah. Well, that was the ABC one was TGIF. That was when they had like Perfect Strangers and Family Matters and Full House, and Demon Dad would come on after the Urkel show. Yeah, fit right in.
Demon Dad Urkel, and he murders you, steals your soul. Did I do that? But that girl's dad is like the main thing of the second one, I think, or something, or her becoming like more powerful or something like that.
Okay,
I couldn't finish it because
I don't know a ton about Teen Titans. Like I've seen some of the like Cartoon Network cartoons here and there, but I don't know a lot about them.
All right, so our dates for Hoi An are the 12th through the 15th.
Okay.
And we now are looking at that. I shared the screen. And I did like we did before and ordered by review score. I kind of always do that. Like I said, I don't trust the star level. And unfortunately, I don't think you can trust the recommended. Like it always defaults to the recommended, but they're recommending the hotels that are paying them. They're giving them a kickback, so that really has nothing to do with the quality of the hotel. So that's why I go by review score. I think it's the least manipulable. Even if they're not doing it based on the kickback, they're doing it based on some algorithm that I completely have no idea what it is. It's just each website. So that's why I go to the review score. Sometimes I do look at what they recommend, so maybe we can look at that if we don't find anything on the review score. But Hoi An is quite different. It's quite a different place. Papa Villa Homestay. The word homestay in Southeast Asia can often mean, I don't think it does in Vietnam, but it can often mean hostel.
A hostel. I remember.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all ain't gonna pull that okey doke.
Okay. Yeah, if I read it, I thought it sounded more like one of those extended stay places, but that's.
Well, it can. My experience in Vietnam is that the homestay means it's kind of like a B&B. Okay, I'll sign in. Just hush.
Camera though. I said don't do it on camera. Oh, okay.
It's just a click this button once.
It's Papa Villa.
Papa Villa. It's a standard double. Okay, that's good.
Poncho
$37 a night. That's
Poncho Villa.
Why are we seeing dollars? All right, so booking.com seems to revert to dollars. I'd like to see it in Vietnam dong. Do you guys want me to leave it in dollars? Is that better for the viewer?
I mean, it seems like it would be.
I like saying dong, but people would understand.
This is the confession. I like saying dong. Actually, I don't think Vietnam dong is on the list. Strange that would be not on here.
I have I have a tangential. It's a filthy joke, but it's okay. This is an adult channel. Would it be all right? Would it be okay if I did that? Okay. So my brother and I are watching the Justice League cartoon. This connects back to our DC characters conversation. And
Yeah.
Wonder Woman has just showed up, and she's like, Wonder Woman comes from the island where it's all ladies, and she's like, I just don't understand these men. They're all so wacky, or I don't know what she was complaining about. But she was complaining about how men are stupid, and she didn't get all this stuff. And Hawk Girl was like, hey, don't knock it till you try it, princess. And my brother and I are like, oh, wow. Hawk Girl loves the dick. So that's what we...
Well,
that's our joke
in
now.
that damn 1984, she like basically sexually assaults that dude that what's his name is in his body.
Hawk
She's
Girl?
like,
Hawk
no,
Girl
Wonder
does?
Woman does. She's
Oh.
like, yeah, because it's a crappy movie. I would never ever.
Oh.
If you haven't seen it, just don't watch it. But she like Chris
I thought
Pine,
you meant
whatever
George
his name
Orwell.
Oh my God, Wonder Woman just
Want to
sexually
get into
assaulted
George
George
Orwell's
Orwell.
book.
We got to start an internet rumor.
Oh God.
Wonder Woman sexually assaults George Orwell.
There's too many stupid people that won't know who the fuck George Orwell is.
Oh, they all know about 1984. That's the big go-to. They don't understand it, but they all know about it.
Wait, 1984, the George Orwell book.
Yeah.
No.
Was the Wonder Woman movie called 1984?
Yeah, that newest one. I think it was. Did I just make it up in my head? Hold on. Wonder Woman.
I
That
remember
was
there
the
was
numbers
something like
good.
that.
No, it was. It was 1984 because
that-
the freaking color wasn't even right on the cover of it. The just the way they styled it. Everything was about when your villains are better than your main character lady in the thing, you've really screwed up. Because on that Snyder cut, like she did a good job because they got to focus on her doing Wonder Woman badass things. But in this thing, she was like pining after whatever Chris Pine's character is, and then she's like all,
I mean,
oh, pining, and then she sleeps with him in that other guy's body. It's a crappy, weird ass.
sleeps with him.
Well,
and the
wait,
other
doesn't
guy.
that mean that he has sexually assaulted her because he's sleeping with her under like false pretenses?
No. She knows that Chris Pine is in this man's body.
Oh,
And she
okay.
screws Chris Pine, her guy, whose soul or whatever's in this dude's body, and they use his body for her to sleep with him every night.
Oh dear.
I was like, that's a bit bad, and it was written poorly anyway. Like people were like, oh, I can't remember who was saying. I know Patty Jenkins, the one that did it. She's like, oh, it's just against women. I'm like, no, it sucks. You suck. That movie sucked, just like that freaking Ghostbusters women one sucked because it was written badly.
Yeah.
Like if it was done well, we wouldn't be bitching at you, Patty.
Patty,
Mm-hmm.
listen, Patty. If you just made a better movie.
Just like the first one and with the second one, the opening 5 to 7 minutes of battle and good shit like that, perfect. It's great. And then it goes into crap about, and they sure as hell for a damn badass Wonder Woman movie, they sure did have her worry about a man a lot.
Are you guys liking this? Are you thinking it looks nice to me?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh,
Yeah, isn't that? I forget what the name of it was, but isn't there some sort of scale that's used to like grade a
the
movie?
the Bechdel Wallace? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But how much do they worry about a man in it? Basically,
Right. How much dialogue is spent talking that isn't mentioning a man? It has to be a certain ratio or something. That was pretty. Wait.
It looks
That looks like a drug dealer villa. I like it.
Is that drug dealer's name Papa? I love it when you call me Big Pop.
I like the bed. I like the light, bright, airy, very clean looking lines and clean room.
Yes, it looks so nice.
They leave you flowers like they're.
I go through all these. I think I'm not going to surf around a lot for this one. I think that this is a good, as long as the location is good. I mean, it looks nice. It's not. It's within our budget, within our $50 budget that we had set, or 500,000 budget, whatever. It's more than the place in Da Nang, but this looks really nice. And we've got a review, so it's got a 9.8 review score, so that's pretty good. Hoi An is lovely. I think it's going to be crowded because of the holiday, but it's still nice. I like how it puts your name in,
Wesley Papavilla. I like that.
I was just, it must have been listening to me too before I put this together, because I was just talking about location. It's in a fantastic location and has availability on your dates.
You'd think somebody would have made that connection about 1984 and like the famous novel.
Yeah, weird that
well, if somebody was smart, but Patty Jenkins isn't smart and she sucks. And the only good movie she made was the movie Monster, and that was just brutal because it's about Eileen Wuornos, and you really can't screw that up because it was just anybody could have made that movie because everything that happened to her and that happened in it is just devastating. So you're like, oh, okay. And people are like, maybe Patty Jenkins will make a good one, and they're like, no, she won't.
Well, wait, didn't she direct the first one?
Yeah, and everybody wanted to go see it, and that's why it did well. And then it's not like the best movie, though. It's just because Gal Gadot is gorgeous, and it has the cool battle scene at the beginning. But through the rest of it, she's all about Chris Pine in the movie.
I can't
so people had
a live map, but I just want to point out that the old town is here. This is where most of the sites are. It's down here. And our little hotel that looks, the Papa Villa that looks so nice, is up here. Let me switch over to the. It looks that way, doesn't it? Papa Villa. Let's just look at Google Maps. Hold on. Villa Homestay, yes. Are we in the right spot? Yes, this is Hoi An. Okay, good. Now let's get directions from Old Town. It's a half-hour walk. I don't really know why it defaulted to walk.
Oh, really? It's only a half-hour walk to there? Okay. Yeah. So what's the ride? So it's like a 3-5-minute ride, something like that?
6 minute in a car, probably 4 or 5 on a bike, which is what I'd actually be calling. That's not too bad. And also there really aren't, I don't want to say any, but there aren't many hotels. If you notice on the map here, the old town is down here. None of the little hotel icons are inside the old town. That's the historic district. It's mostly sites. It's very compact, so it's mostly historic sites, and there's not a lot of new construction allowed. So this, to be honest, when I stayed before, we were out here. So we may have been the same distance. It just looked farther because it's in the other direction. But we were out here and we just walked along the river to get to it. Mm.
He's going to take his bike to the Old Town Road. I'm a dork. In my head, I had to get it out.
That's great.
All right. So I'm going to say I think that's okay on location. It's one of the farther out options, but it's still only 6 minutes on a bike.
But yeah, it looked like way further away until you looked at it and found out that it was only it's like a 6 minute bike ride.
Well, I knew that because the old town is so small, it's so compact, it makes it distorts your sense of scale. So I knew that, and I was like, okay, I need to go in and look and see how far it actually is, because even though it looks far, it's actually not that far, because the old town is teeny tiny. You can cross it in 3 minutes. Because it is
going from that area to the other side of town in Saipan, it would have taken you 35 minutes. And there's only like 6
but
miles.
That's only because people are driving 4 miles an hour.
I know.
All right.
Oh man.
All right, so that's good. No credit card needed. This is a pay when you get there. No prepayment needed. Pay at the property. That's
Ooh,
probably
we
the
get a
best part.
bathroom.
I gotta say, but Booking.com does that a lot, and that is probably why they're my favorite site. I was asking you what your favorite was because of that, but all the
Oh, I
others you gotta
do
put
like
prepayment.
that. Yes, wait, I will take that back because you know what? Remember when I found on Agoda, I found the Oyo thing, and then I ended up just going to Oyo because you didn't have to pay till you got there if I wanted to do it that way.
Right? Yeah.
And there's a bidet in that room too. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that. So I've got two that are not too far apart. Standard double and deluxe with balcony. You know, I love a view. And we do a I don't know if you guys realize this, but we do a YouTube channel. So having a good view for things to post is good. And it's only
Soundproofing.
44. Soundproof?
See, perfect for Hannibal Lecter to be there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Scott has something else on his mind. I'm thinking murder.
Yeah. Yeah, that too, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a murder. th to the 15th. Let me double check our dates. Yes.
Slippers
12th to
too.
the 15th.
Slippers?
It says slippers are in there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you guys see this a lot. You're looking closer than I am. I see where it says soundproofing now. That's nice.
You also have a 10%
301 square feet.
genius
That sounds
discount. 10% genius discount. So
That's because I'm a genius.
if your
Yes.
IQ is this high, you get a discount.
All right. They're warning that they only have one room, which seems suspiciously frequent on here, has encouraged me to enter in my information.
Oh, don't show that.
No, don't look. It's entering it automatically. So
Oh, don't look. Internet.
don't look anybody. I mean, it's not my credit card, just my phone number. I'm not even sure I can get phone calls on this phone. I am the main guest. The only guest.
I am Superman, and I know what's happening. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, good.
Oh my goodness.
Invite, don't. Special requests. Like free private parking. I feel like they either have that or don't. You can't just say, I'd like free private parking. Give it to me now. You can check in at 2. Please add your estimated arrival time. Oh, I don't know because I'm going to be coming from Da Nang, so who knows? Pets are
Who
not
can
allowed,
say?
right? I feel like we've done good work. This is probably a good way to split it up because I like doing this. It probably won't get. It's not the video that'll get the most views in the future, but it is useful. If we ever get viewers, then they might want to watch and ask questions while we book stuff because this is a major part of travel that most sites don't really look at.
Yeah, viewers.
I consent to receive marketing.
Questions?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Ask up. Now, the only other thing to really plan is the sites that we want to see. Do you guys have interest in talking about that before we go, or is that part not what's worth looking at?
About the sites?
Well, about the what do you call them? The stuff we're going to see. We're there, historic sites and museums.
Wait! Before I forget this, because it's going to leave my head. Patty Jenkins did not write the first Wonder Woman. Okay, that asshole did not write it. It was Zack Snyder and a couple of other people that wrote it, and she wrote 1984 along with Jeff Johns. Okay, I had to go back to that. I am down for whatever. I just hate Patty Jenkins. Because I love Wonder Woman, and I think she really just pooed a big old poo turd on that 1984.
Jeff Johns is he had a really long good run on Green Lantern. The Green Lantern comic.
There was some. Do you remember what was happening about him and what's his name, cyborg guy from the movies? Said Jeff Johns was being mean to him with some other guy or something, and did some other bad things about him. I can't remember.
I vaguely remember, that there was some capital D drama about all that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But she did the second stanker, and she did not do the first one, which has much better stuff in it. And I'm pretty sure that was because of what's his name? Because it was Alan and Zack Snyder. Okay, good.
This doesn't really apply to me anyway. It's an airport taxi that they're offering me. I just I never take these. After you book your thing, we booked our hotel room, and now we've gone onto they have a little pop-up that says, book an airport taxi. You got a reward. Okay, it's not a reward. It's a $10 taxi from the airport. That sounds higher than it should be, but maybe it's not. So I just want to check. I kind of want to just know why I don't do this. Hoi An. So let's say we're going from Da Nang to Hoi An. Oh, sorry, I didn't share. We're over here at Rome to Rio again. We're going to check the price. Taxi. No, it says it's $20. I just don't believe that. The bus is only $1 though. Your best option is to do the bus. And if they're saying it's in it, let's go back and see what it actually said. Private airport taxi for $10. Okay, but we're not coming from the airport, so they'd have to be willing to change that to a hotel. It's a private taxi. I just don't think that it's going to take $10. But also, there's no point in doing it because I don't want a private taxi. The bus is fine. It's an hour and a half to get down to Hoi An from Da Nang.
What's the difference if you do a taxi?
This taxi is just
trip time for.
Oh, let's see. Well, this one says the bus is an hour and the taxi is half an hour. I just don't need a private taxi. I just feel like I'm paying that for extra for nothing.
God, for it to be that much, they should boogie on down the road and make it 20 minutes.
But I will say, so Rome to Rio says it's $19 to $23 for the taxi, and then you go back over to what Booking.com is trying to say, and they want to give me an airport taxi for $10. So apparently they are giving you a good deal. But since the bus is $1, I don't really see why it's be necessary. That seems. And I never do. In order to do that, you've got to book it right now. Let's check the options. We can look at it. Let's see. It just went up to $15. There's another good reason not to do it. They're like, we don't really know how much it is.
That pisses me off when things do that. I'm like, no, now I'm even less likely to use it, you turds.
Right, because you're just like, oh, you lied, so never mind. You didn't really even know. You're just saying. Search for a departure airport. Also, you can't put in a regular address. You have to put in an airport number. So obviously, we're not going to do that because we're leaving from the hotel in Da Nang to go down to Hoi An. Change the taxi. people carrier. I don't know what that is. $19, $27, $28. You can pay up to almost $400 for an executive people carrier. No thanks. All right, we're done with that. All right, so we got transportation, we got hotel booked.
Nice.
The only thing really left to do is plan our sites. So that was the question I had for you guys. What do you think about that? Are you interested in doing it? Not today, but are you interested in doing an episode at some point where we plan the sites, or would you rather just see what we're going to do while we're there?
I mean, it's kind of your vacation. Shouldn't you go see what you want to go see?
And we can talk about it before. It's just planning. It's just thinking about what you want to see and what you want to do before you go.
Well, that's fair. Oh.
Well, okay. If we did it, it would be in about a week. Here's a good thing to share. Let's plan this. Let's look at the calendar. Let's go back to sharing. Stop screen. Okay, I'm going to click stop screen. I don't know what that means.
Stop screen. Is that where it stopped sharing the thing?
Oh, okay. Because I didn't stop sharing. I didn't stop. I never stopped.
No, I ate that. I just need ice. I
You
ate
said
that.
ice cream.
No, I said ice, please.
Ice cream.
I ate that this morning, though. Did you not see that there was one missing? No,
I forgot what I was going to do. What was I going to show you?
Sights and sounds. The planning.
Pour that out of it.
That's 3 seconds. I forgot what I was going to come out.
Oh, I guess it is an audio visual experience. So sights and sounds are constantly what's being shown. So I apologize.
All right, can you see my calendar? Maybe it's,
Yes.
I'm thinking if I go this direction, I can remember. Shit, I don't know. All right, never mind.
See, that's what I said.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think it's good to plan ahead.
Hi, honey.
Oh, okay. Now I know what it was. God, yeah, it was the calendar. Jesus, I gotta go back and share again. I gotta go back to sharing mode. Okay, so now we're looking at the calendar. Today is what? The 27th.
What is it now?
Which means this Monday up here is this Monday.
But you
I actually don't know if you can see my mouse on this. Probably not.
Okay.
But that Monday at the top is
I was about to.
this Monday. This is Saturday. I guess it's Friday for you guys. So that's this Monday. So Friday, you look at the top of the calendar. Friday or Saturday next week, the 2nd or 3rd. That would be when we would do. That would be the only time we would have to plan what we're going to see before the actual holiday begins. So I guess my question to you is: are you guys interested next week, about a week from now, either Friday or Saturday, doing an episode where we talk about?
I asked Courtney, and then she would talk to Will about getting me in laundry.
Where we talk about just the sites that we're thinking about seeing. If you guys didn't, okay, go ahead.
Well, no, it's that's fine if you would like our input, if you think it would make compelling drama here for the channel.
Well, when we're out doing the sites and stuff, I've often said I want the next one to be a surprise because it's cool and I like to do that, but at the same time, I think it works better. I think it's more useful if we talk about what we're about to do, and then we're like we're aware, we know what's happening when we get there, rather than the whole thing just being a surprise.
Well,
I
don't think it's a bad idea to show viewers who might be interested in this stuff how you go about looking for things, at least your process for finding things to do and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not something you do for every trip, but you know, here and there, I think it fits with the channel theme for sure.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, well, I'll schedule one more next week, and then we'll start the vacation the following week.
Well, you will. I'm not on vacation.
Scott, you're supposed to get in with the theme and the concept here.
Oh my gosh.
On vacation.
That dragon
ruining
bridge.
the magic.
I know.
What?
That dragon. There's a dragon on that bridge. That's great.
Yeah, it's called the Dragon Bridge.
It's aptly named.
It is. Erica, before we go, I wanted to show you, I don't know why it popped into my head, but I wanted to show you what we bought at the market that time when the market episode didn't go so well, so we didn't show it. We bought a fin. So I wanted to show you, this is the coffee cup, not the fin. So this is the coffee cup. And the way that we brew coffee here in Vietnam is you take the fin, which is this thing, and you put it on top of the thing, and the coffee goes in here. And I feel like I have to turn off the background because the I don't know how I do that. Anyway,
That's neat. It's almost like tea, then, isn't it? In that way.
Well, it's similar. Yeah, I mean, it's a similar concept. It's just like a tea egg. What like call them a tea egg?
Oh,
hold on. Oh, it's not too hard to find the virtual background. There we go. Let's turn that off because it's messing up the thing. Okay, so you got your coffee cup, you got your fin. The coffee goes in there. On top, you put the coffee in, and then you put this, which is just a little weight. It's not heavy. It's just a little something to push down on the ground so that they don't float around inside the fin. Okay, so you put that in there, and then pour in the hot water. Put the little cap on, wait a few minutes, and then you've got coffee. I mean, I don't know why I'm showing it to you like there's going to be coffee on the side. Skip the coffee part. Anyway, that's how a fin works. And it's cool. It's a nice little way to brew a little cup of coffee for yourself. It is a little like tea in that it's like the tea eggs. You know, true tea aficionados will tell you that tea bags are the worst thing that's ever happened to humanity. Well, that's kind of the concept here is you're having the coffee train through teas, right?
Yes, tea bags are certainly the worst of aspect of humanity. They sure are.
Worst thing humans have ever done.
Worst. They are like, it's like a war crime.
Oh, now see, I wish that I could share a little GIF or GIF, if you want to say it like whatever, but I'm going to say GIF on here from that John Waters movie, from the Pecker movie, because that's the first time I ever heard of teabagging, because they were at this strip club and they're like, no teabagging. And I was like, interesting. What? Oh, that's well, that makes sense. That was
the first I heard of it. Yeah.
You guys need to get your minds out of the gutter. I was talking about actual tea. Don't tell me that I need to get my mind out of the gutter because I told a story earlier about how Hot Girl loves dick.
I mean, apparently she did, though.
Yeah, I mean, the evidence was right in front of us. She admitted it.
Believe that.
On camera.
Oh my god.
We're gonna enter this into evidence, Hot Girl.
Enter it into evidence. All right, guys. Well, I think that does it for this episode. I think we split it up nicely too. This might be a good way to arrange future planning episodes. So I was saying one planning episode per trip. And really, in my head, I thought that would be easy. You know, go on, book the train, book the hotel, and then look at some stuff, and probably be half an hour. Instead, first episode, I spent 2 hours in that first episode just booking the train. That's because I wanted to, compare it to flights. You want to talk about like what times you're going, and you got to plan the whole thing out. And I mean, it takes a while.
You didn't count on all the bullshit me and Erica was going to talk about that wasn't related to any of this.
You guys filled the dead spaces nicely. It's not all action and adventure when you're booking hotels. It's hard to believe, but there was some dead time, so you guys were filled it up nicely. I appreciate that. But that's what you're doing when you're planning this stuff. You're looking at stuff. You're searching around. But I think I feel very good about the stuff that we found. The hotels look nice. We ran into the common problem in Southeast Asia, which there's so many things are dorm style, hostel, and they'll be called homestays or something different. You have to watch out for it. Don't just book. You can't book blindly. Think you're getting a room and then you show up and it's just a bed.
No, read the instructions.
Make sure you read the instructions. It's true. Always good advice.
If you don't, you could get dorm style or Gangnam style or just.
I'm gonna watch out for that Gangnam style.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. Let's do this again next week, in about a week, and plan our sites that we want to see. I got another host of websites I want to share, but you guys, I think, already know that I use it. I don't know how you feel about this site, but we'll talk about it next week. But I like it because it lets you plan out the whole day, which you may not want to do for a regular vacation, but it certainly works for me. And it's you got to find a site that helps you sift through all the sites, because you can't always tell what's going to be tourist sites. I mean, you can't always tell what's going to be like worth looking at when you go, and what's just going to be like a check the box sort of thing. And anyway, it's worth it. Hey, did you guys see the new arrangement of my outro? We got the old one. I'm gonna show the new one. I want you guys to look at it. Tell me what you think later. But anywho, I'm gonna stop screen sharing. I don't even know why that's. Oh, you just click it. All right. Well, thanks again for joining me today. See you in about a week, and check out it's not really a new outro. It's just some new titles. Or the new titles. The title's new. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. All right. Thanks again.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Jag är Peter och kommer då se personer som tar över. Jag är med sig själva i